Please don't kill me. Please, let me go. Help! Get in the car now. Shut her up.
The morning the world shifted for Amara, the sun came gently, soft, golden, innocent. The kind of morning that makes you breathe in deeply and say, "Today will be good." That was the irony of life. The brightest days could hide the darkest shadows. Amara stepped out of her small, tidy apartment with her handbag clutched to her chest, her soft brown eyes glowing peacefully. She was a gentle woman, the type people easily overlooked because her spirit was too tender for the loudness of the world. She worked at a private school as a receptionist, low pay, long hours, but it kept her moving, and movement was how she survived loneliness. Her life was simple, quiet, too quiet. Her colleagues often told her she smiled too much for someone who had suffered as she had, losing her parents early, growing up shuttling between relatives, fighting through school alone. Still, she carried a sweetness in her voice, a softness in her soul. Maybe that softness was what made her a target. Maybe that softness was the reason she didn't see the danger growing around her. Or maybe some storms were just meant to find you. The taxi dropped her at the usual spot. She paid, smiled, and walked toward the school gate. Children were already running around, parents shouting greetings, teachers hurrying. The world buzzed with normal life, but Amara felt something different in the air, something she couldn't explain. She brushed it off. Inside the school reception, she greeted everyone with her usual gentle warmth. "Good morning, Mr. Mike." "Morning, Amara. You look tired." She laughed quietly. "Just didn't sleep well." A lie. She had slept fine, but she had woken up feeling watched. But again, she brushed it off. By 10 a.m., the school was busy, and Amara was sorting files when a man walked into the reception. He wore a cap, sunglasses, and a simple black t-shirt. Nothing alarming. Nigeria was hot. People dressed casually. But something about him made Amara pause. His presence was heavy. Still, she smiled politely. "Good morning. How may I help you?" His voice was calm, deep. "I'm looking for the proprietress. I have an appointment." "Okay, please sit. Let me confirm." She never finished the sentence, because as she picked up the office phone, she saw two other men walk in. She didn't hear them enter. They moved silently, too silently. Her heart thumped. Her hands froze on the receiver. Something was wrong. Very, very wrong. "Madam," one of the men said with a slight smile, "we need directions to the admin block." She swallowed. "It's just outside then." "Actually," the man leaned closer, "we need you to help us." Her throat tightened. The first man, still seated, tapped something on his phone. She heard a small click, a small sound. Then she felt cold metal press against her lower back.
A gun. Her breath caught. The air in the room shrank. "Stand up," the man behind her whispered. "Don't scream." Her legs trembled violently. She felt herself floating, detached from her body. This couldn't be real. Not her. Not here. Not in broad daylight. "Please," she whispered, voice shaking. "What do you want?" The man with the cap stood. Just stand up and smile. We don't want attention. You understand? She nodded, shakily. He took her arm gently, too gently, and smiled as though they were friends. To anyone watching, they looked like normal visitors being attended to. But inside, Amara's soul was screaming. They walked her out of the reception, past parents, past teachers, past the security man who nodded casually, unaware of the nightmare unfolding. Her eyes filled with tears, but she forced them down. If she cried, it would draw attention, and attention would make the men angry. They guided her to a parked vehicle, a black SUV with tinted windows. The back door opened. "Get in," one of them whispered. "Please, I beg you, what did I do? I don't have money. I'm just—" A slap. Hard, hot, shocking. Not on her face, on her shoulder. A warning. No noise. Her body trembled uncontrollably. She climbed into the SUV, the door shut behind her. Darkness. Silence. Her life changed forever. They tied her hands, they covered her mouth with tape, they pulled a hood over her head. She heard the engine start. She felt the car move. Her heart pounded like it wanted to break through her chest. She didn't know where they were taking her. She didn't know if she would live or die. She didn't know if anyone had even noticed she was missing. Her soft, gentle spirit had never imagined violence, never imagined cruelty, never imagined being dragged into a world she didn't understand. She prayed inside the hood, her tears soaking the cloth. "God, please, don't let me die." The drive felt endless. When the vehicle finally stopped, she was dragged out roughly. Her legs wobbled from fear and numbness. She was pushed, pulled, lifted, dragged. She couldn't tell. She couldn't see. She smelled damp earth. She heard rustling leaves and voices, cold, unfamiliar voices. "Make it fast. Tie her legs too." Boss said no mistakes. Her blood froze. She wasn't being taken to a hideout. She wasn't being kept for ransom. She wasn't being interrogated. This was different. This was worse. This felt like an end.
Suddenly, the hood was ripped off. Her eyes burned from the sudden brightness. She blinked rapidly, and then she saw it. The ground, freshly dug, a long, narrow pit, a grave, her grave. Her entire body went numb. "No," she whispered, barely audible. "Please, no!" The men stood around her like shadows, soulless, expressionless, predators who had done this before. One of them held a shovel. Another held a rope. The one with the cap, the one from the school, stepped forward. "Don't blame us. We're just doing a job." "What job? Why me? I've never hurt anybody." He shrugged. "Wrong place, wrong time, wrong person's attention." Then he motioned. The men lifted her, despite her kicking, struggling, screaming. Her soft voice cracked with terror. Her gentle spirit shattered into panic. "No! Please! I beg you! I beg you!" She screamed until her throat felt like it was bleeding. They didn't care. They lowered her into the pit. Her back hit the cold earth.
her hair scattered around her like a dark halo. Her eyes widened with unimaginable fear as she looked up at the circle of men. One of them spat into the pit. Another smirked. The one with the cap, the one from the school, began scooping sand. "No, no, no, please, please!" Her voice ripped the air. Sand hit her legs, cold, harsh, final. She shook violently, her cries turning animalistic. "Stop, please! I'm a human being! I'm a human being!" More sand. Her waist disappeared beneath the earth. Her breath broke into frantic gasps. Her lungs felt tight. Her mind spiraled out of control. This wasn't real. This couldn't be real. She kicked weakly, hopelessly. The men continued shoveling. Her chest was covered. Sand pressed on her ribs. Her voice weakened. "Don't do this. I haven't done anything to you. Please." Her tears mixed with the earth. They didn't stop. They didn't flinch. They didn't care. When the sand reached her neck, her voice became a whisper of pure despair. "Please, I don't want to die." The man in the cap crouched beside the pit. "You should have stayed home today." Then he nodded. Shovel after shovel, sand poured over her chin, her lips, her cheeks, her nose, her eyes. Darkness closed in. She felt the last rush of air. She felt the weight crush her chest. She felt the earth swallow her. Then, silence. Total, suffocating darkness. But she was not dead. Not yet. Her heart still thumped, weak, slow, but alive. Her fingers twitched under the earth. Her lungs screamed for air. Her mind clung to one thing: hope. A weak, fading hope, but hope still. Her world was dirt. Her coffin was the ground. Her breath was running out. But her soul, gentle, soft, emotional, refused to die. Not yet. Not today. Not like this. She began to move. A little. Then a little more. Her fingers clawed blindly. Her arms screamed with pain. Her chest burned in agony. But something inside her had woken up. Something she didn't know she had. Something stronger than fear. Something stronger than death. She wasn't ready to die. Not like this. Amara, the gentle woman, began to fight. Beneath 6 feet of earth, buried alive, she began to claw her way toward life. Thank you so much for watching this story. Your support keeps me going. If this story touched your heart, please don't leave quietly. Hit the like button. Drop a comment and share it so others can feel this message too. And if you're new here, you are highly welcome to Zeta Story Headquarter. Please subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you never miss any of my emotional, powerful stories. New stories drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Nigeria time. Make sure you're here. I always have something special waiting for you. I appreciate you deeply.
See you in the next episode.